Hey guys, Angie Bell with My Fairy Treasures. Oh my gosh, you guys, I am so excited. Look at all this. These are the most beautiful clusters I've ever made. You know, I want to get her name. I know I've made clusters before, but these are using a lot of scrap laces and trims, and then some focal points and stuff. So what we're making is shabby chic / vintage lace. What do you call these? Clusters. So you know, let me pause you guys because I want to get her name, the lady that inspired me to make them this way. Okay, so I'll be right back. Okay, you guys, it's hard for me to say her first name, but she's called Scrap Ann. But the first part of her name is ODUCLINA, and it's Scrap Ann. So I will for sure put a clickable link to her below. I've been watching some of her videos and I love her style. Her style is so me. I absolutely love it. So let me just show you these shabby chic / vintage clusters I've been making. Oops, my foot's all caught up. Okay. So we have this one. Look how beautiful. And they're backed with packing paper. You can do them with packing paper, scrapbook paper. We're going to do a whole lot of different things. And the images that you use, I'm using just like the wallet size images. So on your computer, like I just download a lot of different pictures that I find. And then when I print them out on cardstock, and I print them out, and you can usually, your program will have it so you can print out like 4x6, 5x7. Mine does. So I printed these out 4x6. You could also just, you know, looking through your scrapbook paper or your printables and find things that are about this small, like wallet size. Okay. You can even use things that are a little bit smaller. You can do things that are a little bit bigger. So this is the same, oh wait, these two are the same woman. I just love her. I just think she's so fabulous. So I do two different ones. And I don't mind making two of the same thing and just maybe changing it up a little bit, because I have two junk journals I'm working on right now that I'm going to be filling. Okay. I love these girls. Aren't they just absolutely beautiful? And this one here, I just love. This is a peacock. I love it. So pretty. And these little babies, I put them in almost every junk journal I do. They're just precious. And I love her too. This little ballerina. Isn't that fabulous? And these ladies, you guys have seen me you craft with these before. I love these ladies. Ah, fabulous. All right, so let's get started. Let's get started. And then I have projects, you guys, later this week that we're going to use these clusters. Oh, I want to say, I know that I have done things like this similar on tags, but I haven't made them so that they're like small little clusters like this, because these can go on anything. They can go on the front of a cover. They can go on the front of a junk journaling card, on an envelope, as a focal point on a page. Those little booklets, which we're going to make some little booklets that can actually, little journals that can go in your journal. They can go on the front of those. So if you have a bunch of these made up, you have instant decor, okay, that you can put anywhere. You can put this on a page, on one of your junk journal pages. So you could put one in a corner or even in the middle and use it as a tuck spot or like a pocket. So, and I just love how beautiful they are with all the laces and trims. Okay, we're going to do this one here. And something I did to all of them, I took a big pile of images like this, the wallet size, and I went to my sewing machine and I stitched around. Do you have to do this? No. And she copied hers off. Onto Scrap Ann. She copied hers off onto fabric. So, and I'll probably end up doing that also, but right now I just did mine on cardstock. Okay, but to make them look more like everything's been sewn together, I just went around it like that. In fact, also we need to ink it. So let's ink it right now. That's the first step. And then we'll start making the cluster. Oh, and then I usually like to not glue one side and make it look like it's peeling up. So I usually do it to that side right there. Okay. And since I do that, I like to ink this up, get it real dark, so then when it flips up, you'll see. See? So when it flips up, it looks old. So this looks really good. This will be our focal point. And it will also give you an idea of what color laces you're going to use and just how you're going to build it up from there. Okay. Make sure this is curling. All right. So the first thing we're going to do is get ourselves a piece of packing paper. You can use packing paper. You can use scrapbook paper. And we'll use some scrapbook paper on the next one. But this is packing paper. And you know what they have this? They have this at Dollar Tree. I always pick some up from Hobby Lobby. I mean at the register, because I'm like a little scoundrel. And I was like, can I have a couple of those pieces of that packing paper? And they always give me a few pieces. But they sell this packing paper at Dollar Tree in the office section. I just bought some today. So this is it today. So we want this to look kind of torn. And we want this just to be a little bit bigger. Not a whole lot bigger, but a little bit bigger on all the edges. So let me just see. Okay, right there. And then I'll throw this in my scrap bin. Okay, oh, and then go like this. So we get a little aging going on it. And also, just, wait, is this ripped on? Oh, it's not completely ripped here. There we go. And then just take it and just really quickly just go around the edges of it. It's paper, so it's not going to be totally easy to ink the edges. But this just gives it a little, whatever shows, it gives it a little more aging. Okay, so now we have this and this, right? Is this not ripped on this side either? I thought this was ripped. There we go. All right. There we go. Okay, and do I want that ripping to go at the top? No, we'll be good. We're going to go like this. Okay, so there's that first layer, is that paper there. Also, another layer you could use is some pattern paper. So I'm going to use some pattern paper. You can also use tissue paper. You can use white tissue paper. You can use pink tissue paper, beige tissue paper. I need to go through one of my napkin drawers. It has all my different colors of tissue paper. All right, we're going to add that in. Okay, so there's another layer. Okay, so this is what we have so far. And it's all about the layering. Okay, and then we're going to, our first layer of fabric is going to be some lace. So I have some lace right here. And I'm going to cut it kind of messy, like going in and out, in and out. You don't want anything perfect. This is all very vintage or shabby chic, so. And there we go. We're going to go with this. Oh, I love that. And then we'll put this picture on here. Okay. Wait 1 second. I actually did this kind of wrong. Okay, you know, I need this piece to be a little bit bigger. All right. I'm like, I'm not having enough room to do everything. Yeah, okay, here we go. I have 2 pieces of this paper together, which is good, because then I'm all ready for my next one. All right, so this is about the size that we need. All right. And just make sure that all the edges are torn. They are. And let's just ink things up really quick. And doing 2 at a time, ready to go for the next cluster. Plus, it's easier to ink because it's thicker. Okay. Now, let's see if this should still work. All right, so we have a piece of tissue paper. In fact, the tissue paper now, let's make a little bit bigger piece of tissue paper. Or pattern paper. Okay, perfect. So this is the size about here that we want. And then this piece of lace. There we go. There we go. Now I'm liking this better. Okay. In fact, we'll do it like, yeah, you know what? Let's do one more piece of lace because I kind of want it to fill the whole thing. So we'll leave that piece there. Let's cut another piece. Sorry guys, I was on a roll yesterday. I was making these, but I had been making them for hours. I spent most of my day making those yesterday. Okay, there we go. And then this thing here, I'm gonna place, I've been liking placing it like about right here, because then I can still do other things. It gives me room to do other things. But you know, you could still place it up here and do other things there, but I've been feeling comfortable with it there. All right, so now we're gonna take our hot glue gun, and I leave everything in place and just glue. There we go. And where is my all-important spatula? Okay, here it is. This is a must-have when you're using a glue gun. So pick one up when you're at Dollar Tree because you need it. Okay, why is everything so awkward for me today? All right, we're going to get it together, guys. We're going to get it together. All right, all that just came off. That never happens. Okay, there we go. All right, I'm getting it together. There we go. I don't know what made that also difficult just now, because it's really not. It's super easy. And you're trying to be super, you know, you're trying to be imperfect about the whole thing because you want it to look very shabby chic, vintage, which is tattered. Okay, let's get the tissue over here glued down. And get this glued down. There we go. Did we get all this glued down? Let me make sure. Yeah. All right. So that's all glued down. And we're probably going to put this here. Let this go here. Okay, now we're going to start adding on some other things. All right, so let's start adding on some different layers. All right, so we have this here. What else do we want to do? This might be pretty. I just saw this. Look how pretty that would be on this side. So I'm going to put this here. I'm going to cut this a little bit on the long side. Okay. And then, all right, what else do we have going here? I have this trim here. Oh, you know what I have? I have this blue. I have a lot of stuff. I have a big pile. Get out your lace, all your lace scraps and just pieces of lace and trims and appliques. Get all that stuff out and just pile it up. I have a big, huge pile over here. Way too much, like usual. In this thing, I have pink, but this also has a blue dress on it. So this is like a little rosette, like a little very, very light baby blue rosette. So I'm thinking that maybe that can go here. Yes, because we're going to tie a bow here and let that strand come down there. And then what else? Okay. And then this is a little piece. This was a piece of wedding applique that I've coffee stained. Okay. And then I just trimmed this little piece off. And then some of you are going to ask, like, you know, where do you get these type of things if you don't have them already? Going to thrift stores and getting wedding dresses, prom dresses, especially wedding dresses, is a great place to go and get. Let me see if I want this like this. Ooh, that's going to be pretty. And then we can bend that in. I might just put this like that. Yeah, I like that. A thrift store is a great place to get wedding dresses, and then you can cut the wedding appliques off. Sometimes you can get them for $5, sometimes you get them for 15, 10, 20. Hobby Lobby always has, whenever they have clearances or sales, every other week there's 50% off. Go get trims there. Let me get I'm gonna get some pink strips of fabric here to tie into a bow. So these are just strips of sheets or fabric that I tore up into strips, like this one right here, and we're gonna make a bow out of it. And I put all that in here. It's a piece of sari silk, which I'd love to get a bunch more of, which I gotta do. Also, going on Etsy, you can find trims. When you go to thrift stores, if you look at different blouses, you can, when you're looking at different blouses and stuff, you can cut them off. So just, there's so many ways to get trims and get them at a good price. And especially Hobby Lobby, every other week, there's our 50% off. So we're not gluing everything on yet. I'm just laying things out. Okay, so this is how I'm gonna make my bow. So in half, okay, and this is just a piece of, this is a pink sheet. Go like that, and then tie the bow. I think this is right. Is this it? Yeah, I think. Wait just 1 second. Let me just fool with this for a second. All right, you guys, for some reason I'm fuddling around. I don't know why. I'll be right back. Okay, there we go. So I took this, I put it basically in half. I went like this, make some bunny ears, and go around your finger, and then just tie a bow. There we go. I just kind of figured this out yesterday. That's why I think I forgot. And then I have two different, like this is too short and that's too long, so I want to just shorten this side up. So just keep playing with it until you get it the way you want it. And we're just going to make this a little shorter on both sides. So you just have to keep playing with it until you get it. There we go. Because I'm going to put this right here like that. But before I do that, I want to, and I saw her do this, and I do this a lot too, like make a little nest, like a little nesting thing before you put it on there. So I have some down here. Let me just see if I have the right color. Okay. Some tulle, and I love this tulle. Look, it has little like little rhinestones on it. And I'm just gonna cut a little. Let's cut a little bit off. And this kind of stuff they clearance out at Hobby Lobby. Make sure you pick some up with different colors. So I'm gonna put some glue on here, and then I just want to just kind of just nest this up like this, so that you have like a little nest of tulle. And I don't think I need it this big. Let's just cut that down a little bit. So I'm going to put some hot glue down. Actually, I should have glued this down first, but it's fine. And what I mean, what I should have glued down first was the blue flower. The little blue rosette, but we're fine. All right, so I'm just kind of just turning all this onto itself and just making like a little nest out of it. Okay, so see how it's just like a little, just gives it some, it just gives it some texture and a little bit of just like a little nesting. And then that's what's gonna go right here like this, and then I'm going to put the bow on top of that, and that looks good. Okay, so let's glue all this down, and then I'm going to add more things. I'm going to add some trims onto the bottom. I'm going to add, let me show you something else I'm going to add, and I just made these yesterday, and I'm going to make a video, and it's not like I really need to show you how to make them, but it'll just be a video on making them. Check these out. I made all these labels on pieces of you can do it on sheets, you can do it on fabric, you can do it on muslin. So I just took my stamps with like a dark brown, and I just made little labels, and I got all my small stamps out. It's a little bit longer label. It says blessed. Aren't these fabulous? And I love these ones right here with the numbers. I put them on almost everything, the one with the numbers. I'm gonna take 2 of them out for both of mine. Blessed. This right here is cool. It says the definition of curiosity. This is a stamp and a calligraphy nib. I'm just looking, I might be putting these, yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I love that. So the number one, the one with the numbers, is going to go right here. And then the one with the calligraphy nib and the postage stamp is going to go here at the bottom, I think. We'll see, because I still got to put some trims on the bottom too. So maybe this will go like right here and the trim will go there. We'll see. But let me just show you a couple more of these that I did. This one says elegant. You know what? The word elegant actually would go better right here than the postage stamp. So I'm going to put the elegant right there. This one says you're something about sparkling. What does it say? I'm trying to, it curls up just a little bit. You are the fine extra sparkle in my story. That's cute. So I just wanted to show you, this one is like a little, like a ticket. This is everything. So you guys get what I'm saying. These are really, really cool, and you can use them on all your projects, especially in your junk journals. So I have, look at, I have a whole thing of them. I sat there for like an hour, hour and a half yesterday and just stamped away on, I think this is pieces, these were pieces of like muslin. They have a little bit of a like tan color to them. So, and then we're going to put trims on this, but let's start gluing some of this down. Okay, so let me put all this, now that we kind of got things figured out of what we want to do, we need to glue all this down. So the first thing needs to glue down is this. Second, I got to clean up the nose of my glue gun. There we go. Just a second, guys. My glue gun's just disgusting. I got like gobs of glue gun everywhere. If gobs of glue gun makes sense. Okay. And glue strings everywhere, of course. Let's clean some of them off. All right. You can also get your glue sticks at Dollar Tree. Can you guys believe at one time, this is a good 10 years ago, but for the first 5 or 6 years that I was crafting, I didn't even know that Dollar Tree, they had a real crappy craft section, so I never went in it. I didn't even know they sold glue sticks. Now this is when they had their really horrible craft section. It was just like not even worth looking at, so I never looked at it. But one day my friends go, oh, like I said, this is 10 years ago. They go, I'm getting my glue sticks. I go, where? They go, well, they have them at Dollar Tree. I go, they have glue sticks at Dollar Tree. I said, are they good? And they go, yeah, they're real good. I'm like, oh, okay. I'll get some glue sticks while I'm there too then. Do I want this to go on top of this like that? Or do I want this to go on top of this? Well, I just put this lacy stuff on here, so no, I don't. Okay. So, do I want this like that? Or do I want this like this? I think I want it like that. Okay, so let's glue this in. Oops, I need another glue stick. Talking about glue sticks at Dollar Tree, I was going to buy some today. I like to keep stocked up on them. And I went to 2 different Dollar Trees, and they didn't have glue sticks at either one. That happens. So you guys, when you see your glue sticks pick up, I was going to pick up 4 or 5 packs. I think I'm down on my last 2 packs. And I always try to keep 5 to 10 on hand, because when you need them, they pretty much always have them, but sometimes you can't find them for like a month or so. You'll have to search several Dollar Trees till you find them. Crazy. All right, so we're gonna put that down. Okay, then we're going to get these glue strings. There we go. Then we have our bow here. Okay, let's just make that a little smaller. Okay, Just making sure I like that bow. All right. And I do. And let's put that right here in the center. Let's use my little spatula so I don't burn myself. And then let's take our little card here. We're going to put her at the bottom. And I use hot glue for this whole thing because when you're dealing with fabric and laces and cardstock, you really want instant adhesion. In my opinion, I think it's going to be so much easier for you if you have instant adhesion. It's going to make it easier on you. It's going to make it so much easier. All right, then we have this our little number. I love that. I'm going to put that right here. I love putting something that looks like a jailhouse number, like someone's jailhouse number, with next to lace. That makes it, that's what gives it the shabby chicness. That's what gives it the vintage look. Is like having something beautiful like these laces and trims and then having something like that number, which is not shabby chic or beautiful. It's just very, it's on the shabby side. And then I love that. And we'll put that like right there. Okay, and we're going to trim this off the bottom, this lace. I just wanted to leave it as long as we need it to. Okay. I'll cut these off to about right here because we do have to, there we go. That looks good. And then we want some trims here on the bottom. So let's put some trim on the bottom. So let me get some trim. I get this pink one from Hobby Lobby, and it's regularly, how much? I'll show it to you in a second. $2.49, and then you know, every couple weeks it's 40% off. So I always pick it up when it's 40% off. Look how pretty that is. Isn't that gorgeous? I'm surprised they don't try to charge you $5 regular price for that one. Okay, I'm going to put that right across the bottom. Okay, trim that off and trim that off. Pretty. And there are some like little loose strings, and I'm leaving the loose strings. I love that. Look on the side. See how the side right here is just sitting here, this piece of paper? We're just going to like let it fold in on itself, make it fold in on itself so it looks kind of old. So I'm just putting a dot of glue there and then just fold it in on itself. Just a little bit, just right in that spot. There we go. See how that looks? Just gives it a little, just turn it in on itself and then have this piece still kind of going out. See? Just to make it look more shabby. Nothing major, but it's like little things like that. It's like this little piece right here, you know? Now that little piece right there is kind of folded in. I love it. Just make sure I covered all bases that I wanted to cover. Oh, I do have some other trim that I think we can put on here. Do I want to do that, or do I want to? I think I want to leave this because I really like how that looks. I think this is it. Do I want any buttons or anything? I'll show you what I was thinking. I was thinking if I wanted some of this. I get this at Hobby Lobby also. For around $2 for a whole spool of it. And I love the off-white. Isn't that beautiful? What I was thinking was putting that here. But I love the pink here, and I don't want to hide that. All right, now I'm just trying to see if there's any buttons that I want to put on. I think I'm liking the way it turned out. I don't think I want any buttons, but we're going to. Look at these. Aren't these gorgeous? Look at these. I got these Dollar Tree when they had the Mother's Day collection. I picked up 6 of them. 3 of this one and 3 of this one. Aren't they gorgeous? I have 3 extra ones I haven't opened because they're probably going to be presents. But I took 4 of them, and I have all kinds of stuff in them. These were some of the best deals I've ever bought. I love how vintage they are looking. And then also, I love how vintage looking they are. And then, and they're so useful. I store so much stuff in it. Like, look, I have buttons in both. Isn't that fabulous? Buttons, paper clips, all the little stuff we use in our stuff. Okay, so again, these buttons, look at all these pink buttons. Oh, they clearance those out at this last clearance at Hobby Lobby for like $1.99 for all of these. Absolutely gorgeous. When I seen that color of pink, I was like, yes, ma'am. And then this color here, which is all like off-white. Oh. They had white too, but I knew off-white would be the ones I really, really liked. Now, I'm not sure if I'm going to put these on here or not. I'm just kind of deciding if I want to do that. Do I like these buttons on here or not? I kind of do, and then do I kind of not? Okay, you guys, I think I'm not going to put the buttons on. I'm liking it without the buttons. Yeah, I like it without the buttons. So we're not going to put buttons on this one. All right, we're done with this one. Sometimes a little less is more. But anyway, this is how this one turned out. Isn't that pretty? All right, so let's make another one. Now, I haven't made one yet with one that's like this, a longer card like this. So I want to try my hand at this, making one like this. So look how pretty the image is with those 2 little kids. That's not adorable. So I actually have some pieces over here that I already, well, I don't think it's wide enough though. All right, you know what? I like this width, but I need it to be longer. So let me get another piece. So I like this. Let's just make it a little bit longer. There we go. All right. So excited that I found out that they had packing paper at Dollar Tree. They've probably always carried it. I just didn't see it. Also, save your packing paper that you, like if you go to Hobby Lobby and you get something in glass, they always give it to you. Or sometimes when you get boxes, packing paper will come in there. Save your packing paper. Or you're probably sitting there thinking right now, going, I have some packing paper. I'm going to keep these together real quick. It's 3 of them thick. It'll be easier for me to ink these edges. There we go. All right. Perfect. This is going to be good because then I still have room to do different stuff on here, but it's not too wide. Okay, and this will really be good for my, I can do it in either journal, my regular journal or my tall skinny journal. This will be perfect for that because it's kind of on the skinnier side than wider side. I want to use, I think I'm going to use, remember I told you you can also use your printables or scrapbook paper. So I'm going to use some printables on here. This is actually I copied this. It's a real letter and I copied it. There we go. That's fabulous. And then that's going to go like that. Love it. Yeah, we'll go like that. Fabulous. All right. Now we also want to put some lace down, and I look at the colors in here of what we have. So all right, I have this lace right here that I coffee dyed. So I think I'm going to put that over the whole thing. After I coffee dyed this lace got super stiff. Look how stiff it is. Ooh, we might use some of this muslin today. All right, you know, and actually maybe we'll put this down and then this over the, and just have some of the lace peeking through. Oh, I think I might like that. And then this like that. Cool. I have this wedding applique sitting over here. Okay. And maybe we'll just go ahead and use that. See how quickly this is coming together? Sometimes they come together so quickly. I have this and I absolutely love it. Isn't this pretty? The thing that makes me sad is I had a whole thing of this, like a whole little, but I don't have, this is the last piece, I think. Hopefully I can find more. All right, so I might put that there, which I think is gorgeous. I told you guys I love my little number thing like this. Ooh, I like it right there. We might throw some like I love the drama of having fringe coming from that, like how we have the bow, but since we're not going to put a bow, I'm just going to use this piece this time. Let's get some fringy pieces coming out from beneath there, some pink ones. Okay. Ooh, this will be pretty. I also have some of this. This is a piece of fabric that I tore up into strips. So that'll be a piece of my fringiness. All right. All right, sorry if I was out of frame for a second. Oh, that's pretty. And then let's do it again. Let's do it twice. Perfect. Do I want it like that much, or do I want just, actually I think I just want two pieces. I thought I wanted to have, do I want two pinks? I thought I wanted the two different ones, but you know what? I think it was too much. Yeah, because it started hiding all of the wedding applique that I had. So let's just go like this. Yeah, I like that. Okay, then we have this here. Okay, let's put all this back in the plastic bag. Or, you know, maybe one more piece will work. I think that, you know what, we'll do one more piece. So what I'm seeing is this piece can go down in the middle. So I have two pinks and then that. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, that looks really cool because it matches the colors that are over here. Okay, so, and then, that can go there. And then I want to do some trim at the bottom here, I think. Or maybe we won't do trim here at the bottom because this has to be a little bit longer and it's kind of different lengths. Maybe we'll do some trim on the side over here. And maybe it'll be some gold. So let me, either gold or pink. Let's see which one we want to do. Look at this gold trim. Isn't this gorgeous? I got this at the Hobby Lobby clearance. I need to do a haul video on all the trims I bought, so hopefully I can do that here soon. Because I bought all this trim over a month ago, and I never did the haul. $1.74. It was regularly, I can't even tell. I tell you guys this because people always ask me where I get the trims and stuff at. So I always let you guys know where I get them and the price I paid. So $1.74. This is probably like $5 or $6 originally. On the side here, do I want this to go like that? Ooh, that's gorgeous. Or do I want to go with this? That matches really, really good, and it's really pretty. This kind of gives like a, I think we're going to go with that because that kind of gives like a wow factor. Yeah, it gives it like, it just, I love it. I just love it. I don't know how to explain it. Okay, let me just see if I want to use any more labels. Where are my labels at? I love this one. It says make your own fairy tale. Look at that. Isn't that fabulous? Let me just make your own fairy tale. Isn't that fabulous? I love it. So I'm just trying to see if I want to put that anywhere. Maybe I'll put that here at the bottom and you don't see it right away, but when you go like that, you'll see it. Yeah, I like that. Let me just make sure you guys, my camera's still going. Yeah, it's still going. Okay. All right, so let's take all this apart and start putting this all together. And I kind of take things off the way I have them on so I can kind of keep things together. All right, so the first thing that needs to happen is this. So I'm going to lay my glue down here. And if you haven't done work like this before, it is all about the layers. So even though you cover up some things, usually you'll still see it peekabooing through here or there. And it adds interest, all the layering does. So when you're doing stuff like this, just always think, okay, how can I add another layer? Just a second, you guys, I'm getting rid of all the glue strings. Okay, then we're going to take this piece. Let me just make sure of what I'm doing. Yeah, this probably does need to go like that, because then I'm going to put the trim down. And I'm going to put this like that. Okay. You know what I do too? Right now I can't do it because I'm filming on my phone. But a lot of times what I like to do is take a picture. Like once I get everything all situated the way I like it, a lot of times I take a picture of it, and then that way I can just look at my picture. So I learned that from somebody a long time ago. I said, oh, that's a great idea. I was like, oh, great idea. So when I'm filming now, I miss that, because I usually always do it. I always snap a quick snapshot of it. All right, let's also get rid of any glue strings right now. If you kind of just go around your item and just go like this after each time you get on gluing, you won't have a buildup of glue strings. These glue strings get to be so powerful that you just pull on it and this whole thing hits the ground, because the glue strings are just crazy. Okay. Then next, I want to put this piece down. Do I want it like that, or do I want this like this? And then this like that. Or do I want, no, I think I want this to be down here. So we have more, yeah, this is how I want it. All right. I have a bunch of wedding appliques. I need to dye a bunch of them pink. You can use Rit dye to dye them pink. You can use avocado skins to dye it pink. It comes out to be a real pretty dusty pink. Also, another way to dye your laces and your trims is with green tea. It gives it a real pretty champagne color. It's absolutely beautiful. In fact, tomorrow I think I'm gonna dye some trims. Okay. How long have we been on here? Let me just look and see. We might stay on for an hour and a half today, so we might be able to do another 1 or 2. Okay. So then we have this. Let me see how this goes. Okay. All right, so let me try to, without burning myself, glue all this together. Very finicky here, so just a second. Okay, so I just glued all 3 of those pieces together there. Okay, glue that down. And then we'll glue this down. Okay, a little bit more glue. A little piece of the flower that's sticking up right there. And don't be using your hands like I am. All right, getting rid of some of the glue strings. Alrighty. All right. Next thing is, let's put our little cute little picture. Look how cute. Okay, just making sure of how I want this. I think. Because the trim is going to go on there on the side, so I just want to make sure that I got all this good. Okay. Getting that down. Okay. Get that tacked down. Okay, and then this side here. Use the spatula, Angela. Okay. For some reason, the little beads are wanting to come off of here. So, just add a little bit of glue right there for this little thing of beads will stop coming off right there. All right. There we go. Okay, and then we have this trim here. I'm going to put that right here on this side. At the top, I'm going to leave it, it's hanging over just a little bit, and I'm going to leave it hanging over. I kind of like that. So at the top, it's a little bit longer. The bottom, I'm going to cut off just because this has to fit into, you know, these might fit into pockets, side pockets, front loading pockets. It also may be a focal point right on a page, so many things. Okay, and then we have make your own fairy tale. Where do I want that one at? I think I want that. Did I want that right there? No, I think I had make your own fairy tale at the bottom. Yeah, at the bottom here. And it's kind of hidden, but if you, whenever someone looks underneath the my little fringies, whatever you call these little, let's call them little tassels. Looks under my little tassels, then you'll see this little message. So it's kind of like a little hidden message. And it's really cute too because it has like a little book too. Love it. Okay, and then I have this one right here. I love this stamp. It's a small little stamp. It's only like that big. It came in a Tim Holtz pack. You know what though? You can get stamps that look like this from Temu. And I'm about to, I need to just push pay, but I have a whole bunch of stamps that are very Tim Holtz like looking, and they have that kind of vibe, as the young people say. So I'm gonna pick those up. I mean, they're not exactly Tim Holtz stamps. They just have that look, that old vintage look, which is what I love. I love old world, vintage, shabby chic, anything that's just old and shabby. I love the shabbiness or the grunginess of all of it. I love it. I love this whole thing. I see a little bit of where I can ink a little bit on the edges. There we go. And down here also. Perfect. All right, let me bring this up a little closer so you can see this one. Look how beautiful. And it's not me, it's these it's, you know, just using all these beautiful things and then collaging them all together. It's the thing I love, collage, you guys. It's what I'm always doing. I'm always collaging. But this time I'm just collaging with a lot of laces and trims. A little bit of paper. Isn't that gorgeous? All right, you guys, I'm going to, we're going to make one more because we have time. We're going to make one more. I'm going to pause you guys and I'm going to choose the next thing we're going to do. Okay, you guys, I just had to take a minute and decide what I wanted to do. So, all right, so I have some pieces here that I've kind of mapped out a little bit. And this is the girl I'm going to use here. It says tea time. And since her dress has, her blouse is purple, I found some purple wedding applique. Isn't this gorgeous? And then there's pink in the flowers. So then I have also pink stuff. So, all right. Let's make this will be the last one we're going to do. Oh, I just saw a piece of, look at this. I just found like a little piece of a old love letter. Isn't that beautiful? We might throw that in there. It just popped up over here. Let me do this over to the side. Okay. Ooh, I hope that goes back in. Okay. Doing all these little extras to the card is just really, really nice. Like to do the sewing and then also to do the sewing and then also do this. You know what else I don't always use it, and I just found it the other day. Let me see if I can find it really quickly. Okay. I have a couple of these. I have one that's a Tim Holtz one, and this is a Stampin' Up one. See this right here? It's actually a distresser, and what it distresses is the edges. So you can go around here, just like if you take a knife and people distress their card. And I don't use it enough. I forgot. I used to always distress everything with my distressing tool. So you can do this also with like a steak knife, but you just put the card into the little ridges right there and just go like this. And it makes it so much easier. And then you have like a distressed card. Now let's distress it more with inking. So I got to keep that out so that I remember to use it because I haven't been using it. I used to use it all the time. In fact, I have another one of these. I have a Tim Holtz one, but I haven't been able to find it. I'll run into it and be like, oh, there it is. In fact, you know, I'm going to leave this out right in front of me so that I remember to use the darn thing. And I hardly see anybody using the distressing tool anymore when I see people doing their videos. Okay, let's bend this, because you guys know I like to bend this. And sometimes I bend other sides too. So, I mean, I may end up bending another side. Usually not the bottom, because I like to put trim down here, but we'll see. But definitely usually this side over here, I like to get bent up. Listen to me, all bent up. Okay, so and now we also have our paper here. But let's just, I'm going to put 3 together just so it makes it easier to ink. Well, it's not working because they're not all the same. Whatever. Let's just hit this with the ink real quick. Okay. So we have this layer. And then the next layer we're going to put on is this pink lace down here. Okay. The reason we're using, oh, and I like to crumble this too. The reason we're using this paper here first, you can also, this also right here could be scrapbook paper. It could be anything you want it to be. Kind of helps give a little more shabbiness to it. And when things peak up and down, you might see something look a little bit crinkly, which I think I love that. Okay. So this is going to go down next. All right, so let's glue this down and get this down. Get some glue sticks here. I gotta hit another Dollar Tree tomorrow. Hopefully I'll find some glue sticks at my third Dollar Tree. I have 3 Dollar Trees that are within 5 minutes of my house, so I am lucky about that. I didn't go to the third one today. I wanted to get home and craft. Let me just cut this real messy. There we go. Just a second, you guys. I hear somebody outside my window. I'm pretty sure it's probably the mailman. It better be. No, it's just super windy. Okay. I just always worry about what do they call them? Porch pirates? People who like to steal people's mail. Okay. Let me get this all glued down. Come on. There we go. And let's get this down here. Alright, just make sure that there's no more glue strings. Just get all these off of here. Don't burn yourself. Okay. Next layer. Layer, layer, layer. I was going to put this on next. Looks this pretty. This is a piece of tulle, but it has like these rosettes on it. You know, it'd be kind of pretty. It's like that. Yeah. So we'll put this right here and glue this on. It took me a minute to get going. Sometimes it does. But once you get going, the creativity just really starts. Like, look how I had kind of planned that out, and then I just saw this little love letter out of the corner of my eye over here, and I'm like, oh, that would be pretty. So as you get going, don't worry, things will just start coming to you. Just have all your favorite stuff around you. Have all your not all, but have, you know, your laces and trims, your laces and trim scraps, laces and trims, period, and things will just start coming to you. And just let yourself just flow. Let yourself flow. Yeah, because I'm going to have that like that because I really want to see that. Because we're going to put this here. Okay. And And you don't always have to put glue all the way across. Just put enough that it tacks it down. Especially when you're dealing with all these like laces and stuff, because it's very thin. So you don't have to use so much glue because it's thin and it's going to go right through. And don't burn yourself like I just did, but I'm okay. There we go. And then I know I'm not going to want all this. So just in a messy way, I'm just trimming this off. I don't want it to be real even or anything. And let's just make sure we don't have any glue strings. There we go. Look how pretty that is so far. Isn't that gorgeous? Isn't that gorgeous? All right. And I want to put this in on this side. All right, so there's a couple things we want to trim. Oh yeah, wait a minute. So this is where I want to trim this off at. When you're trimming these wedding appliques, each one is sectioned off just by little pieces of thread. See that? So you just trim off those little threads. And that way you don't ruin the rest of your wedding applique, and you can use the rest of it another time. I have a whole purse I did with this color and pink ones that I bought that were like this. I didn't have to dye them, they were pink and this lavender purple, and I did a whole purse with these. It's gorgeous, gorgeous. Is that how I want that? And then I'll put that like that, yeah. Oh, do I have this upside? I can't even tell. I'm not going to worry about it. I have it the way I want it. I was going to say, do I have it upside down? I'm not going to worry about it. If it's upside down, it's upside down. It looks right, so. And I have it all positioned the way I want it, so. That's the way it's going. A lot of times these wedding appliques and laces, you can't even tell what the right side is. Catch the glue strings here. Catch them early so they don't build up on you. This is a little bit hanging off, but I'm gonna let it hang off like that. I think I like it. If it needs to be trimmed off when I put it into a project, then I'll trim it off. But right now, I'm gonna leave it. I like it. Okay. Next, what's next? Okay, we need to put the card on here, our focal point. I'm trying to think about what the focal point here going all the way across, because if I do that, then I can put trims. All right, let's see what else we're going to put on here. Do I want a bow on here? I do. I think I want a bow at the top of here. So let me just see. Okay, we'll use pink. All right, where are my, get some water. There they are. I was looking for my little strips. Perfect. I gotta make some more pink strips. I use those the most. All right, let me see if I can remember how I did this before. Oh, I don't know why I have to keep thinking about how I did this. Okay, that ain't it. Why can't I not remember how I do this? 'Cause I just learned it yesterday, that's why. Let me see if I can't remember again. All right, like I did before, let me go off camera, figure this out again, and I'll be right back. Okay, I figured it out, you guys, or maybe I figured out another way. I can't remember. Anyway, I'm going to tie a knot here in the center. Sorry I've been so wishy-washy about these stupid bows. Okay, so I tied this knot, okay? Kind of in the center of these two, of this long strand. Now that the knot's there, now I can tie a little, like a little ear, go around and make another ear. And it all happens right on top of that knot. If I don't make the knot first, it doesn't work out. So I make the knot first and then I tie it around like I just showed you. Okay, there we go. And look, I got it. Crazy. Sorry if I'm, hopefully you guys saw that and you understand it. I feel like this time when I did the bow, I actually did it a little bit more clear. But I'll let you guys be the judge of that. And then there we go. And I do it in the middle of the strand so that I can have my little strands here. Okay. That was stressful. Yeah, that bow's gonna go up there, but we're gonna put some little nesting material there first. But let's put this down. Let's get this glued down. My card. I thought I glued this down already. I guess I didn't. Anyway. Okay. Okay. There we go. Glue that down. And this one I'm going to do for the rest of the afternoon. I'm just going to make a whole bunch of these. I'm going to show you guys a project that we're going to make with these. So you have something, so you know what the next one of the next videos is going to be, which is probably going to be tomorrow. Make sure that I have no more glue strings everywhere. All right, now I want this to go up here, but I want to have something there first, like a little nesting of something. Also, I have this. Let's just see if we want another layer. And this may be the layer for the bow too. Ooh, that's pretty. Look at that. So see how I'm kind of covering up the pink, but then at the same time, the pink is, yeah, I like that. But the purple is, it's peeking through. Okay. Okay. You guys are seeing all this? Great. All right, got a lot of glue strings. Let's get these glue strings off here. Pull them off your project, because if you just try to get them just off the mat or your surface, it'll take your project right down to the ground. As I'm saying to the choir, you guys know. You guys have been doing this stuff for long enough, you know. Okay. That was a lot of glue strings. All right, so I want to put some nesty material up here. It gives texture. That's the word I was looking for. When you take this type of tulle stuff and you kind of gather it together like this, it gives a little bit of a texture, and it gives a little nest for your bow to be on, and just looks better. I learned that from the girl I learned where I was inspired by these. Now I've done this little nesty stuff because I do this when I put buttons on when I'm doing clusters, but I hadn't done it for like a bow or something. So this time I kind of gathered it up in my hands, and now I have, yeah, I like it like that. And let me cut this little piece off. I don't think I need that. Let me trim off some of it. There we go. And then there we go. I'm just looking to see. Do I need to put more nesting stuff on here? I also have this. This is some cheesecloth, and it's been tea dyed, or I think it's actually, this is the color of the green tea. See how it's kind of like a champagne color? It's really pretty. Okay, so let me just try this. It has a little bit more texture. And then yep, I like this better. So I'm using a little, like just taking it like this. This is a little bit of the cheesecloth that I have taken green tea to make a little small cup of green tea, make a cup of green tea, maybe 4 green tea bags, and then put your laces in there. And let's see if we like it like that. Yes, that little extra texture is just perfect. I kind of like both. So now I have like the tulle, and I have the I layered tulle first, and then I layered the cheesecloth, and see how it looks. I know it's not major things, but it's all that little stuff, all those layers, that really adds up. Okay, let me make sure I get the glue strings off. Okay, now let's think about trims and about my little fabric labels. See if I want to put a fabric label on here anywhere. You know, I'm going to leave, I have some pieces of this because I want to, the ones with the numbers, I think I'm almost out of those, so I need to stamp some more of those today. So, what does this one say? Never stop dreaming. Well, I love that. Love that. Does that want to go up there? Yeah, I think we'll go up at the top with that. I think. Or do I just want to go in like this? Coming from the side like that. Yeah, I think I like that, I think. Let me just make sure. Let me just... Or do I want to go like that? Oh, I think I like that better. All right, we'll see. But then also I need something up here at the top. The very tippy top. All right, let me also see about trims also. Let me leave a few more of these out just in case. Oh, here's, I got one more of the, oh, I got a few of the numbers still. Yay. All right, let me also see about trims at the bottom or the top. Where's that pink? I think I like the gold on this. So, yeah, let's put some trim at the bottom here, going all the way across. Okay. Yeah, I like that trim there. That looks fabulous. Okay, so I'm loving all of this. Let me see if I want any trim at the top. Oh, I love that. I love that little bit of gold up there. So you guys, you know, try things because you don't really know until you do it. And then you're like, oh, I love that. But if you just think about it, sometimes you don't know until you try it. And you'll pretty much know right away, like, oh, I love that. Or no, I don't like that. Like how I tried the pink down here at first. I wasn't digging that. I wasn't digging that. Just showed my 55-year-old self. Young people say don't say I wasn't digging that. They wouldn't say I'm not digging that. They'd be like, that's not my vibe. Young people crack me up with that. They'd be saying it all the time. That's not my vibe. Oh, that's my vibe. Oh, this is my vibe. I was the same way. Whatever words I was using. I was the same exact way. Whatever the words were that were in style, I was saying them. Or whatever phrase, whatever. It's not my vibe. Okay, I'm just going to see if I want this little piece to go anywhere that I want it to go. All right, I love this, these numbers. Let's see if I want this number to go anywhere. See, I love that number there. Among all the beautiful laces and stuff, then there's that like jailhouse number. I love that. I love like the difference. Which is why I love shabby chic, why I love vintage. Okay. This looks good. Let me just see if there's anything else that I want to do or if we are done. Oh, some of the glue seeped up a little bit. Just a second, guys. I'm just trimming some glue seepage that came up. There we go. Can I get any more? Yeah, at least I got that big spot out there. All right, now what I'm thinking is, if do I want to add any buttons or anything like that? So let me just see if I want any buttons or anything right here. I don't think so. No. Don't want a button there. Oh, I kind of like the button there. Just like right there. Let's make sure I don't want a big button right there. A big pink button. Nope. Don't want a big pink button there. There? Nope. So audition things, that's what I call it, auditioning. Audition things, see if you like them. I think this pink one is what I want to go right there. Just do a little auditioning and just make sure. Now this pink button's a little smaller. Do I want a smaller one there? Nope, the smaller one doesn't do anything for me. But this one I think does. I just want to just play with something real quick. Let me just play for a second. All right, so let's see if I like that. And then let's see if I still want another button here. You know what? I actually love that. All right. See, if I wouldn't have taken just a second to play, I wouldn't have known if I liked that or not. So, I'll tell you another good place you guys can get buttons, Dollar Tree. Right by the register is where they'll have like nice little jars of buttons. So check them out when you're there, when you see them. And when you see them, pick them up, because they're not there all the time. But a lot of times I see them, instead of in the craft section, for some reason at my stores, they're always in the checkout aisle. A lot of good stuff's in the checkout aisle. Always make sure you check the checkout aisles. That's what I do. They never have them all open, but I go to the checkout aisles and I check them. One thing, the lady I learned about just this style of clusters, she takes her buttons and she'll thread the button, actually thread it and make it look so that there's thread going through there. So I'm going to get my thread together and just put it in my basket over here and be ready to do it. But I didn't do it today, so. Plus for a video, it would take a little time. It takes a little time to do that. So, but that's just another idea. All right, now I really like this. Before, I didn't know what I was missing, but it was the buttons, it was the little number here, it was that little button. Now I'm loving it. Now I love it. And one more thing. Do I want to layer that? Oh, look how pretty that is. I want to layer that on top of that, on the band here. And I had some glue seepage come up for some reason, so this will kind of hide that glue seepage that I had. So we double laced it at the bottom, or double trimmed it. Now we're finished. And people always ask, how do you know when you're done? You just get that feeling. There's nothing else left to add. Look at that. How pretty. So let's get all, let me get this up so I don't lose these. Let's take out everything we've done today so you guys can see. So we did this one. Oh, my legs. Okay, good. We're right in an hour and a half. We did that one. We did this one. Did we do another one? Yeah, we did 3 or 4. We did that one. Did I do any other ones? No, those are the ones we did today. Plus, you guys, I showed you the ones that I already completed. So these are the ones we did today. It took me an hour and a half to do all these, which is good because look how pretty they are. I'll just kind of give you a close-up real quick. And this is just with scraps, a lot of little scraps. Make sure you guys make those little fabric labels. You can also make these labels with cardstock too, especially coffee dyed cardstock. Or Tim Holtz Distress Ink it, or spray the paper and then stamp it. Fabulous. Oh, these also can go into side pockets in your junk journal too. Especially if you make side pockets that are the size of the page of the journal. For example, let me show you something real quick. Here's my junk journal. These are my papers, my printables. So I collaged this whole thing with my printables. If you're interested in these, my Etsy shop is My Fairy Treasures. Every 5 pages is $2, and there'll be a clickable link below. This is a note to myself to do something. But if you want to take 2 pages, or take a page, like this one here, and see how it's white, put another page the same exact way on top of it, and have hinges inside of it so that you can really have a little bit more opening. And then you can put these larger tags inside those pockets. That would be cool. They'd be cool just to put on a page like this. They'd be cool to put on the side. Be cool to put here and make a tuck spot out of them. Just have it as a focal point. Put it into pockets. Put it into side pockets. There's so much you can, if you're going to do envelopes or bags, you can decorate these with those. They're just one big embellishment. So that's how I would look at them. But I wanted to show you that. Oh, and there's one other thing. Oh, and while I'm here, let me just show you. So if you want to look at my papers, that's a printable. And this printable line that I just created is called She's So Vintage. There's another one. There's another printable. And here's another one. I created them also so that some are made horizontally, so you can just fold them up into signatures. Like 15 of them are like that, and the other 15 are vertical ones. So if you want to make the tall, skinny journals, I created them with that in mind. But you can use them at both in any journal. There's a printable. There's another one. And you're basically only seeing half of the printable because I folded them up into signatures. So there's another one. There's another. This is my favorite printable. I love that girl. She looks so like, you know, vintage, but she also kind of looks like steampunk. I love it. Love that. This is another printable. Another printable there. I think she's beautiful. There's another printable. So you can see the printables are very vintage. Here's another one. There's another one. Here's another printable. That girl right there is called Dido. And she's actually a real person. I love her. There's a movie about her. Look it up. It's called Dido. D-I-D-O. It's a good movie. There's another one. I think she's absolutely gorgeous. There's another one. And then I ended it with this one. And then this is the beginning of the second signature. So you can see what my printables look like. So if you want to order them, like I said, every 5 pages is $2. My Etsy shop is called My Fairy Treasures. There's a clickable link below for that. And, oh, I was going to share one more thing. I know I keep telling you I'm going to let you guys go. I wanted to show you what my next project is. Okay, I made a little mini journal that can go into one of those pockets, like you know, those pockets that are the size basically of your journal page, and you make a big pocket that's the side, and you can, it has a side load where you slide this in. That's what I made these for. And I used one of my one of these, and that's this right here, this piece right here. This is a whole piece, is one of these. See how you can do that on top of a journal? And then I did some other layering of laces and doilies and all of that. And I love these. It says Paris Finds. Has my little thing, elegant. Okay. And when you open it up, oh, I haven't sewn the signatures in yet, but it's just coffee dyed paper. And it's just 2 sheets, which makes 4, right? And I'm going to sew those in. And I'm not going to have any more than the 4 sheets. And this was a bingo card on the other side. Isn't that cool? But I'm not going to have any more than the 4 sheets, because we want this to remain really thin so it can fit into one of those side pockets, so it can fit in and then come out. And I want to have quite a few of these in my junk journal. So anyway, I'm going to show you how I made these in a couple of days. But I wanted to show you guys that. Okay, you guys, that is it for this one. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd love for you to do so. If you can give this video a thumbs up. Any comments or questions, leave them below. Come visit me on Facebook and Instagram. Also, join our group. It's called Our Magical Little Place. On Facebook, there'll be a clickable link below. If you do this project, please share with us. If you knit, if you crochet, if you art journal, junk journal, it doesn't matter. Come share, get inspired, be inspired. If you have an Etsy shop, if you have a YouTube channel, you can leave links, okay? Remember, if you want the printables, every 5 printables is $5. I mean, every 5 printables is $2. And there's a clickable link below, My Fairy Treasures on Etsy, okay? Talk to you guys later. Bye, guys.